Amidst concerns of the new Delta Plus variant growing in the country, Tamil Nadu has eased COVID restrictions, but the lockdown is going to stay in place till 5th of July. In Chennai and neighbouring districts, clothing, jewellery shops are going to be allowed to function without air conditioning and 50% capacity. Malls can function between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. No permission has been granted for cinema halls, gaming centres, only takeaways allowed from restaurants. Places of worship can function. Offering special prayers and consecration is not going to be allowed. Private offices are also going to be allowed to operate with a 100% workforce. This is coming after Centre alerted Tamil Nadu government to take up immediate containment measures in few districts, including Chennai, following the detection of Delta Plus variant. The state continues to register a steady decline. It's reported over 5,000 cases in 24 hours with 91 casualties.
Due to the second wave of COVID-19, Tamil Nadu had to enter another period of lockdown, which started on 10th May. In fact, the second wave of COVID-19 was much more harsher, where nearly 38,000 cases were even reported in one single day. However, with the numbers coming down to 5,000 plus per day, now the state has also decided to provide more relaxations, by which the state has divided the entire districts into 3 tiers. Tier 1 has 4 districts, that is Chennai, Kanchipuram, Chengalpattu and Tiruvallur. Tier 2 has 23 districts and Tier 3 has 11 districts, which is mostly Delta and the Western districts, where apparently the state claims that the numbers have not yet plateaued, and that's the reason they have the lesser of all the relaxations. However, for Tier 2 and Tier 3, jewellery shops and various other standalone shops have been allowed to open and function. And for Tier 1, which includes Chennai, Kanchipuram, Chengalpattu and Madurai, almost everything is open, including malls, gyms, restaurants and various other items. In fact, in restaurants, till now, only parcel service is allowed. Place of worship is also allowed, but with a proper crowd management and following SOP.
Across to Akshita, who's going to tell us what's open in Chennai from today. Over to you, Akshita.
So the government has announced a slew of restrictions being eased now in the city of Chennai and other parts of the state of Tamil Nadu. Let's tell you what that's going to look like now in the coming days. Clothing and jewellery shops are allowed to open now under the new guidelines with 50% capacity from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Similarly, markets and malls are now allowed to open in the city of Chennai and some other districts. Again, 50% capacity. The timing mentioned is 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Gyms, yoga centers in Chennai will now open up. There is a focus on ensuring that social distancing is maintained, and that's why 50% capacity is allowed. Places of worship are open right now. So restaurants, they're open, but only for takeaway. Dine-in not allowed at this point in restaurants in Chennai. Private offices are allowed to function now with 100% capacity. So all employees will be allowed to visit their offices again, but the focus will be to ensure all COVID protocol is still maintained.